is this, in a sense, another way of our mind showing us God?
Yeah, it is. That's why you're feeling the heart chakra energies.
Right. Because I've noticed, you know how the Mayan temples and the Egyptian pyramids look the same.
Right.
And, I've watched History Channel and Discovery Channel, and they've not only seen flying saucers in the sky, but in the ocean.
Right.
So, it's kind of interesting. And
right. What we have here is part of an ancient contact. A lot of what the ancient Mayan and the ancient Egyptians are about is their civilizations were remnants of this. When Atlantis fell, which is roughly around 13 millennia ago, a lot of the beings who had been knocked down from full conscious to where we are right now in limited consciousness, what happened to them was they had a memory. And what they did with their ancient civilizations was they kept repeating the memories of what Lemuria was about. And so what you're seeing there is all of that, it's become myth. A lot of it's become twisted because there was an overseer group called the Anunnaki whose basic purpose was to turn everything upside down and backwards so they could control and manipulate us.
Okay.
I'm
sorry I interrupted, but for some reason, like, all this is, like, really sounding familiar, especially when you mentioned, the names of...
Yeah.
It's really weird. Could there be a chance that, unknowingly, that I could have contact with these...
Sure. You just ask for it, and ask for it to be in a more, for you, informative way so that you can understand things. Just meditate and ask to be understood.
Now I've just, like, forgot the names of these
right.
of them, but if I hear them again, it's going to sound, like, really familiar for some reason.
Right. So just do that. Just have meditation, just have quiet times, whatever way you do it, and just ask for that. Just do prayer, do decrees, do commands, and ask for it in a very affirmative and detailed way, and just keep asking. And at a certain point when they feel that it's ready, you'll either start getting signs or things that indicate it, like they may work with your body and you'll feel it, not just your heart chakra, but different parts of your body as well.
Yeah.
And you'll see that they're adjusting and caring for you, and also at a certain time when they feel there's no fear involved, because as I said, these are loving, caring beings. They don't want to put us in any fear because we misinterpret the process because of our basic civilization perceptions. So they want us to get over our xenophobia and just be able to understand that they are fully sentient beings who are what we are capable of being. That's why Christ said that he was just the prototype. These are you might say are the full prototype also, and they are here to help us become that full prototype. Just as in the Bible it promises that all of us shall be that. We shall all be the fully conscious temple of the Lord. So we're all going to be that. What we have to understand is that this is this process right now undergoing in us. So just as you need, and they, as I said, are loving beings, so they will care and take it at levels that don't create fear but keep the love going and keep the caring going and keep the curiosity going. So just do that and just see what happens, and you should be surprised. But I said it will be on a level that they feel is one that can work for you, not what your mind may want and think it works for you, okay?
Right.
Now, Wheelchair John, I have to say this. I'm assuming that you are in a wheelchair. Is that correct?
Yes.
It was no accident that you are in a wheelchair now.
No, that has to do with, I've talked to a lot of, like, this psychic friend of mine. He said it has to do with a lot of, like, my past lives.
Exactly.
And you're right, it's not an accident. And
without a doubt,
God or the higher beings, whatever you want to call them, is showing their power through me, and as well as through other people. But, perhaps I am having contact with these beings at a state that I am most comfortable, which is why I see angels and whatnot. Perhaps they are the same beings.
They are angels. Actually, there are real angels, and there are also real fully conscious beings that can look like angels. So just know that is what This is all about, because angel really in the ancient language simply means holy messenger. So just know that whether these messengers are fully conscious beings of light that are human or angelic from heaven, they're the same basic being. And they come here to help educate us and give us wisdom. So that's what this process is about. And as I said, since they're here to give us wisdom, it's not to do it in fear. It's to do it in love and at a level that allows you to, as I said, keep your curiosity going, keep your questioning going, and allow you to understand it at a level that you can accept what they will say or what they will show you.
Now, I don't know if you all remember this show, but there was a show on like several years ago. I was about like 6 or 7 years old at the time. It's called Sightings.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that a long time ago.
My mom, like, she told me, and I kind of do remember this, that every time they would show a picture of the aliens, I guess, usually the ones that have been seen in the media today, I would cry. Is there any reasoning behind that?
Well, you may well be a starseed, and what you are doing is feeling that energy, because one of the things that is a sign of starseeds is when you see anything that is from space, or you just look at the stars, and you may feel like you've been abandoned or something, and you'll start to cry.
Like, I just cry. I figured that it was because I was kind of scared of the show, which, in a sense, I was, because I was young. But, you know, now that I look back, there's got to be some reason that I was crying more than, you know, because I could watch Star Trek and enjoy it. But if I were watching Sightings, I would cry. And it's got to be more than fear, you know.
Absolutely. Well, John, we're going to give some other callers a chance to ask some questions. I really appreciate your time. You've asked, have had some really great questions to come across with.
I send a lot of love and light to you guys.
Thank you, and and come back whenever you get a chance. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Good night. So what do you think, Sheldon?
That was great. I really enjoyed John. It was marvelous soul.
Nice. I wasn't expecting that. We're going to go to the next caller, 917 area code. Aloha, are you there? I don't know who this person. I think it's the same person. They keep calling in there. I guess we keep missing them somehow. But anyhow, we'll go to the next caller, 406 area code. Aloha. Aloha. Okay. Well, then let's go to the next caller. Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
Is anybody there?
Yeah.
This is Andrew. Aloha with Spiritual News Productions on Blog Talk Radio, and this is Sheldan Nidle. If you can let us know who you are, where you're located at, and then how you heard about us.
My name is Mark. I'm from Illinois. I got an email from Colleen about this.
Okay.
I'm thrilled about this whole thing. I've gotten many channeled messages from, or I don't know if they're called channeled messages, but many messages from Sheldan over the few months, and I am just electrified about this stuff. In fact, First Contact is my favorite part about 2012, and I found out recently that not only that I'm an indigo, but also I'm from the Andromedan star family, and that excites me no end. So I'm just thrilled about all this stuff.
And did you have a question for us tonight?